Okay, it's been since March of last year since I posted in the website. It's now become Tom Rolling Stone. And I thought I'd bring y'all up to date on what's going on. Right now, we're driving along 3rd Avenue here in Fort Rucker, Alabama. I've moved to Daleville, Alabama, which is just outside the South Gate, which will be coming by here shortly. As some of you know, I was living down in Clearwater, Florida. I arrived back in August of 2014 and take care of some VA things and Social Security things. And between then and last year, I was back in Thailand for 3 months each year. But Clearwater was becoming more and more congested, noisier. It's a real pain in the ass to live there. And being Florida, which is pretty much every sort of major road that's not a United States highway like 75 and stuff like that, is pretty much lined with nothing but strip malls. So when you get people, especially during 6 months of the year, winter, that come from all over and all have different driving habits and are all of an age generally, it was just getting miserable. And I've been up to Fort Rucker and talked to some people I knew up here and one thing and another. And well, a couple things. First of all, the cost of living up here is a whole lot less than it is in Clearwater and that whole area, Tampa Bay, St. Pete. And I mean, for one thing, my car insurance is like $70 a month less than it was down there. And as you can tell, we're driving around the base. Now, this is the major rotary wing aviation base in the United States, or actually in most of the world. And people come here from all over the world to become helicopter pilots. So I got here about the 20th of March and have been getting myself sorted out, moved in. Here in the States, you've got to change your driver's license for different states and things like that. As you see helicopters everywhere, not only those in flight, but those that are being used for training. Now up ahead is the United States Army Aviation Museum. And if you're ever in the area, if you can get a pass and get on post, I suggest you see it. It's really amazing and well worth the trip. Now we're going to just make a right-hand turn here. I'm going to sneak through before. And we're going to do a little driving around, and this is the way I'll post it on YouTube and get you all updated as to what's going on around here. And one thing or another, I keep in touch with a few of the guys, especially Larry Westfall back in Thailand. And one thing it was nice to see this past year, people still getting some use out of my maps of the area. For some reason, I don't know why people, especially carrying mobile phones, don't geotag photos of places. And you know, I've seen it the past couple of years because I watch what people are posting and stuff like that. You know, people are talking about being places and they don't even know where the hell they are. And they say they're in Secundakan province, and actually they're not. They're in Nakhon Phanom province or another province. But that's beside the point. It's also one of the reasons I got kind of fed up doing the website. Whereas here in Florida, I would post about places, but I mean, everybody knows where they are, everybody can see them and everything else. So it's just kind of, you know, whatever, boring. As a matter of fact, on the left, we just passed the place where, when I was living on post, I was here 50 years ago. That was the barracks and rooms we were in. But as you can see, this isn't really a very busy base because the business is flying helicopters. And now all over southern Alabama and southern Georgia, there's airstrips where these people practice landing, taking off, auto rotations, and stuff like that. So a helicopter, unlike an airplane, Here coming up on the right is the physical fitness center, where I try and get, you know, just about every day, if not a couple times a day. And that's that. I think what we'll do here is drive out towards Lake Tulaco, and you might be able to see helicopters overhead periodically going through here. But you hear helicopters all day long, and to me that's a real sweet music, because back in Vietnam, when you were in the field, helicopters brought food, they brought ammunition when you needed ammunition. It's a pretty great sound. So anyhow, this is going to be kind of scatological as usual. These are housing, on-base housing. Now anybody with an ID card, military ID card, can now live on base. I found them a little more expensive than what I wanted to pay. So as you can see, I'm not there. And I'm going to take a look and see how long I've been talking, because I want to keep these short and sweet. So anyhow, I just wanted to tell you all, this is what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'll post them in the website, but I will post them on YouTube. And what I'll do is also, you know, post a link on Facebook after I do it and stuff like that. And I don't think I'm doing these 4K. So I should be able to upload a little bit. But to all of you that haven't heard from me in a while, stay tuned. Subscribe if you like on Facebook. I mean, not on Facebook. On YouTube. I got a bunch of videos there. Some of them with thousands of views from back in the day in Isan. Going back, some of them go, I mean, they go back 20 years actually, I believe. But anyhow, as you can see, spring has arrived here in the area. Off to the right, you're seeing some of the housing. Maybe I can't see what you're seeing, because even though there is no traffic, I do try to keep my eye somewhat on the road. After that, coming up to on the right is the commissary. The commissary's groceries and stuff like that. Prices are pretty good. I mean, at worst, they're no worse than they are outside, but you're not paying any tax. So that's kind of a major thing, because I think there is tax on food in Alabama. Although I'm not sure, because I haven't bought any food. Also, buying gasoline, petrol on base saves me about 10 cents a gallon on whatever it is outside. So, and then up on the right is the Fort Rucker post office. And here's some fixed wing aircraft. On the right, and here, ending all this, I'm going to pull up in the PX parking lot, because there's a couple odds and sods I need. But I hope everybody who I haven't heard from recently is doing okay. And as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in here to the thrift shop, because I've been meaning to stop, and it's never open. It's open Wednesday to Friday from 10 till 2, and I bet you it's going on 2 right now. It's just after 2. So what we're going to do is just keep going around. There you go. Thank you. And I'm still going to manage to get to the PX. Because up on the left front, which you'll be seeing in a second, is the theater. And what's showing now is Thoroughbreds and Gringo, neither of which I know a thing about. And the PX is kind of nice. It's got a food court with plenty of, there's a Philly cheesesteak in there that's not too bad, and a couple other places. And if I use my military credit card, I get 10% off, which is kind of nifty too. Nobody coming through here, so I'll just drive. Why is it when I'm not paying 100% attention, there's always somebody right behind me? Or, as we say, shit happens. And we're gonna pull. You guys in Thailand, people actually drive rather politely. And for those of you in America, as always, pedestrians have the right of way. And zebra crossings are not road art. And if you screw up, it's going to cost you a bunch of money. Anyhow, it was good talking to you all. Take care. And I hope to talk to you again soon. Bye.